Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. On this day in 1981, Bob Marley died. Bob Marley, the singer, the songwriter, whose music very much encouraged and promoted Rastafarianism. Although he was baptized eventually on his deathbed almost as a Christian Orthodox, he most of his life supported Rastafarianism and is very much associated with it. It's a movement that started in the 1930s when Haile Selassie became king in Ethiopia. He reigned there till 1974, and he was seen by the Rastas as the Messiah, as the one who was going to bring all black people back into their proper unity in Africa. So it was a religion really appealing mostly to the black diaspora, to black people who didn't live in Africa, as a way of encouraging them to see that that was their true home. And what you could argue, I think, without too much opposition, is that the political agenda was being harnessed to a religious one in order to give it extra oomph. But if it is a criticism that one can lay against Rastafarianism, it's also very much one that one can lay against the Christian Church, which right from its very beginnings, when the Emperor Augustine made Christianity the religion of the Roman Empire in 312, has been used through the Middle Ages as a way to enhance and encourage the power of the authorities, of the people in positions of political power. And one might even say that that was one of the things the coronation did. The church was being used, if one can put that cynical view on it, the church was being used as a way of propping up the authority and power of the monarchy, although that perhaps may have been seen a little bit to have backfired. But I think for Christians, there is no particular political view. There are political priorities, and each Christian will decide for themselves which of the political parties in this country, for example, would most represent those priorities. Christians shouldn't be tied to any particular political power or political party. They need to make their own independent decisions about what they do and what they believe about changing society through political action. But what I think we do need to remember as Christians, indeed all of us, is that political engagement is really important. One of the things Bishop Desmond Tutu used to say was that Christians should have the Bible in one hand and the newspaper in the other. That it's really important for us to be aware and up to date and, if possible, active politically in order to put into practice the teachings of Christ in society. It doesn't necessarily mean the church being used by political powers. On the contrary, sometimes it means the church opposing the powers that be. But certainly some engagement with changing society is very much part of what is the responsibility not only of each Christian, of course, but of every human being.